Can anyone receive communion at St. Paul's, or do you have to go through some formal process in order to do so?
It's a good question, because communion, Eucharist, the Lord's Supper are all the same. That's different names for the same thing. At St. Paul's, which is an Episcopal church, our canons state that you have to be baptized Christian in order to receive. And even more specific, you have to be baptized and with water in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So if you have that, it doesn't matter what denomination of Christianity you were baptized in, you can receive. In the Roman Catholic Church, it is my understanding that you have to either be baptized as a Roman Catholic or go through a formal process of education, formation to know more about the Roman Catholic Church. So let's say if I was baptized Episcopalian and then I converted and wanted to attend Roman Catholic Church and be a member there, then I would have to go through a formal process. I would not have to be rebaptized, but I would have to be initiated in the way that they needed, and then I could start receiving.
Okay.
So it's a little different for Roman Catholics. Episcopal Church says whatever denomination you're baptized in. So if you're a Roman Catholic baptized and you wanted to receive at Episcopal Church, you could.
Okay.
So our canons state that you must be baptized Christian. At St. Paul's, it has been my practice, though, to say that it is God's table, and if you want to come up, even though you don't know if you were baptized, or you know that you weren't baptized, but if you want to receive the sacrament, then you can. If you, though, were to continue receiving, and maybe you and I had talked, and I knew you weren't baptized, what I might say then is, well, would you consider it?
Sure.
And here's why. Because baptism is a formal process, but it's also a sacrament itself. Holy Communion is a sacrament, a vessel of God's grace, but so is baptism. And it usually in the tradition, our Christian tradition, one would be baptized first, and then they would start being more incorporated into the church. But again, if someone is feeling drawn to God and to God's table, I think it's important that they can come.
Absolutely.
It's a part of the belonging before believing, and maybe sometimes it's the vice versa. It's believing and then belonging, but there's a strong sense, I think, of people wanting to belong to a place and space, and then doing more of their work, to learn, like, well, what is it exactly? And I believe, but what exactly do I believe?
Yeah, so something that doesn't necessarily happen in the same order for everyone, but not removing the ability for them to get to one of those places.
Yeah.
Whether the belonging come first, then the believing, or vice versa.
Yeah.